we're talking about cleaning a stylus, okay? And there's people out there peddling fluids to clean the stylus on your cartridge. Folks, nothing can be further from reality than that sort of game. You have to understand that when a stylus is sitting on a record, it's putting down about 2,000 pounds of pressure per square inch and heating the vinyl instantaneously to 600 degrees. So we're talking about something that's got stuff really baked on it under both heat and pressure. And so the stylus cleaners, these liquid things, aren't going to work. But there's something even worse to them. Depending upon the cartridge and how it's built, the cantilever itself will either be a solid core or it will be a hollow. And if they're a solid core, well, you're not going to have too much of a wicking problem. But if they're hollow core, and one of the favorite ones out there was Short, because they use the hollow core and then stamp it, what happens is that fluid will get sucked up inside to the body and actually either into the rubber or the mechanism on a moving coil, all over the rubber on a moving magnet. And this stuff will dry those very delicate pieces out. And so you're just causing, the performance of that suspension to go to hell in a handbasket. Even worse, if you think about it, is if it's hollow core and it's been engineered around hollow core, when that stuff goes up and dries out, even if it does, it's going to leave a residue and change the effective mass of that whole cantilever system. So don't use liquid stylus cleaners. What you can use, they're out there, they used to be reasonably affordable, they're not too bad right now, are electronic stylus cleaners. Lynn for years had fun with using aluminum oxide sandpaper, but that can only be used on cartridges where the diamond, it's a whole diamond that's driven through the shaft, the cantilever itself, because if you have something like a Short where they glue the stylus on, you use something like sandpaper and you'll rip that stylus off like that. But I do prefer recommending the electronic stylus cleaners as your best hope of cleaning things up. Fuzzy little brushes, going like this, well, they're good for taking the dust bunnies off that wrap around the stylus itself, and that's acceptable because anything that interferes with the stylus fitting into the groove properly is never good. So you can use a fuzzy little brush, but if you got a fuzzy little brush and they give you some fluid, take the fluid, deep six it right away in the garbage can because it's going to muck things up and it's certainly not going to clean the stylus itself. It's just an illusion.